Welcome back, Mouseketeers. Hope you are doing well. I am Christina K, and this is my twin sister, Melissa K, if you are unfamiliar. We did a video earlier this week where I gave her this amazing sweatshirt that she has been obsessing over.
I had to come back because I needed to show everyone how nice it was.
Just an excuse to wear it. But we'll link that video up in the eye and down below. There's actually a giveaway attached to that. We've got some cool Gus Gus stuff, which we love Gus Gus. And we're actually going to give away some Star Wars goodies at the end of this video, but we have so much to talk about. So much has been going on with Disney, the parks, just movies, everything. So instead of me just talking to myself, which I know I do that for a living, but sometimes we get tired of that, I thought it'd be great to have you here so you can wear your sweatshirt, you can talk about Disney, all good things.
Just mostly wear the sweatshirt.
Just wear the sweatshirt. Just sit there and look pretty. Are you ready? We have lots to talk about.
I'm ready.
Okay, so obviously let's talk about my sweatshirt now.
I know, I love it so much.
This is from years ago. I don't even remember where I got this, but Ratatouille. So let's talk about Ratatouille opening in Walt Disney World. We have been waiting for this for years. I'm pretty sure I bought this because I was like, I will wear this when it opens. It's going to be cooler weather when it does. Not so much. They finally made the announcement October 1st, which is kind of a big day, it will be opening. So October 1st is the 50th of Walt Disney World. We will be there. We will be at Magic Kingdom that day. Obviously, that's the place to be. But I think it's kind of cool for those who couldn't get to Magic Kingdom because that booked up pretty fast. You can now go to Epcot for the opening of Ratatouille, Remy's Adventure.
I'm so excited.
This is a movie that we've both talked about for a while, even before they made the announcement about the attraction. It's very underrated.
So underrated. It is so good and it has such a good message in it.
It does.
Anyone can cook. Well, until you try.
But it's just the characters. Now, have you ever done the ride through the Paris one? Because this is the exact attraction from Paris. I did that years ago because I never thought it would be at Walt Disney World.
I didn't want to be depressed.
True.
I love Ratatouille so much that I really wanted them to bring the attraction to Disney World. And they finally are. And I wanted it to be a surprise in all its glory.
And like the fact that we're getting another attraction in World Showcase, because the ones that they have, I mean, we love Mexico, just like the whole pavilion in general, but we absolutely love that attraction. I personally love Frozen. I know someone on this side of the room is a little bitter still about Maelstrom.
Yes. Maelstrom was so amazing. Yeah. Come on, the trolls. And I know you're going to say, but the trolls are in Norway, but no, not the same. It's not the same. Not the same.
We both love Disney and we agree on a lot of things, but we definitely disagree on things too. I liked the attraction, but I'm a Frozen person. You're not really into Frozen as much. Like you love Olaf and Sven, but
yeah,
she doesn't do princesses.
I don't do the princess thing.
But now the fact that you had those two, you walked into World Showcase on the Mexico side, we always start, and you had Mexico and then Norway, and then you didn't have any other attractions for the rest of World Showcase. So the fact that now France, which is my favorite pavilion, we're getting this whole expansion is exciting, and we're getting a new restaurant too, which is going to be both table service and quick service. Did you know that?
I did not.
We love the little bakery that's there. I love getting a sandwich there. What do you normally get at that little place?
Soup.
The soup, right.
Even
in the bread bowl.
It's 100 degrees out.
Yeah. But there's another part that they're adding to France, which is really exciting. So I'm nervous when it first opens that it's going to be very crowded, especially not having fast passes.
Yeah.
We only did the one trip without fast passes, and I thought it was kind of brutal.
It definitely was brutal, and I know that because of social distancing, they can't do fast passes, and the way they space you out, the line is constantly moving. It is. But it still doesn't defeat the fact that you're online for so long.
Yeah. Now, since we've been, they have made some of the lines a little quicker, like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. They're now loading every row because they put glass dividers. That one was one of those attractions where it was like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So now it's a little bit less. But I feel like a new attraction, whether you had fast passes or not, it's going to be lengthy. So hopefully we'll get on it in October. I think we have a reservation. We definitely have Epcot reservations for that week. But yeah, that's
I'll be waiting on it.
Do you think, because there's a rumor, do you think that they're going to open Guardians at the same time? Or is that too much, you think, going on?
I think it would be smart if they did, especially because, like you said, the Magic Kingdom booked up so fast.
So quickly.
It would help pull guests to Epcot and not just have one attraction that they may or may not be able to get on. So I definitely think it would help with the crowd situation. I think it would be smart on their part.
I haven't checked if Epcot booked up. I'm thinking probably the first couple of days in October it did. I don't know. But I think once you open a Marvel attraction like that, forget about it. Like, it's gonna be bad, but
it was going to be bad regardless.
That is true. That is true. And the rumor also is that on the 50th, on October 1st, they're going to open the Tron Coaster, which is another one of those attractions they had overseas. And I've done the ride through on YouTube, and was like, wow, this would be so cool. And the progress they've made on that every trip the past couple of years, really, has been incredible. So the fact that it could be opening for the 50th is like,
smart decision.
That's going to be another one, though, that the line. I hear that Shanghai's most popular attraction. It's hard to get on. So I'm thinking here, the land of the lines in Magic Kingdom. I'm thinking it's going to be a little difficult. But either way, these attractions are ones we've been waiting for. And I'm not going to knock Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. But for us, we were a little slightly disappointed because it replaced something. It replaced the Great Movie Ride, which we both love.
I have to interject, though, because as someone who did not go on it prior to everything happening in the
pandemic,
world, when I went on it after waiting 90 minutes...
That's true.
There was no pre-show. And half the stuff that you talk about from the attraction is in the pre-show.
Yeah.
So I went on it, and it was good.
It wasn't great. It wasn't that wow factor you expect from Disney.
Was like, this is what they chose to do with the attraction.
Especially, we are diehard Great Movie Ride fans. So,
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be great in Toontown.
Oh, in Disneyland, absolutely.
But just not to replace the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit.
For me, it was like, they could have done so much more with it. And there are parts of it that we really love. We're not knocking the attraction, don't get us wrong.
No, it was cool. And, like, I'd like to go on it again, like, after having seen it and having the initial shock. But I would like to see the entirety.
Yeah.
Like, the pre-show and kind of set up the ride.
Here's the thing. When do you think pre-shows are going to be a thing again?
Probably not for another year, would be my guess.
I mean, they could put a lot less people in it.
Yeah, but then it also slows down the flow of people moving on the attraction with the line so long to have people stop in an enclosed space.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I think certain rides like that just do better with the pre-show. I'm going to assume there's going to be an epic pre-show for the Guardians attraction.
Yeah, a lot of the attractions need pre-shows.
Yeah. So one of the things they had shut down for a while because you'd be too close together is the monorail from Transportation and Ticket Center to Epcot because they didn't want people enclosed for a while. Recently, I've had friends tell me that they've seen after hours the monorail running, so maybe testing it out again. Do you think the way they have the monorail system right now, that's a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it's a good idea. Any way to alleviate traffic from other areas is always going to be good.
Yeah.
And I think they have the monorail done pretty well, considering.
They've changed it since we've been. Now they have, like, one car is, like, divided, but there's, like, a wall in between now. Not that, like, plastic divider, whatever that was. Now it's, like, within the car. There's, like, a section 1, section 2. There might be 4, actually, sections. And we haven't been in quite a few months, so we're not sure. Going soon, so we're excited. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's still things they're working on. Hopefully it will be ready for the 50th. So the decor is starting to go up for the 50th. This iridescent for the 50th. They've decorated the castle. I think it's probably almost complete at this point. It's called the World's 50th Most Magical Celebration. This is something that we've talked about for a while, being there for the 50th and Disneyland for the 100th. So it's like, here's the first step. I'm nervous about the crowd, even though they have a capacity. When we went, they said it was 25% capacity. It was certain parks. Hollywood Studios did not feel like it was 25%.
I'm sorry, I'm not knocking Disney at all, but the capacity is not what they said it was. Yeah. That is for sure.
I don't know what it's like now, especially right now is spring break. So if you guys have been recently, let us know in the comments below. I know eventually they're going to have to open it up more and more and more, but are we there yet?
I don't think we're there yet, and I think they're trying to be there.
Yeah.
So that's just a little concerning, but...
I mean, I will say, and we briefly touched upon this in the last video, we both got the first half of the vaccine, the first shot. So I do feel a little bit more comfortable going down with the vaccine, but still I'm like, but if no one else is doing their part.
Right. Well, you never know who is going to be around you.
Kudos for the cast members, though. They're pretty on top of it if they see someone not wearing their mask or just like, enforcing the rules. So shout outs to the cast members wherever you work. And I know a lot of you have reached out to me that you work in some of the stores that are shutting down, and we are so sorry. We're sending lots of love and positivity your way. So something else that they've been working hard on is the Polynesian. They are remodeling the Polynesian from the Great Ceremonial House. The monorail station is completely knocked down right now, and the rooms are a Moana theme. They look gorgeous. They're not touching the DVC part. Those are pretty relatively new, those rooms. But what do you think about the Polynesian being remodeled?
Don't like it. Don't like it.
What don't you like about it?
Well, first of all, I haven't seen Moana. So to redo something and completely theme it to a recent movie, not a fan.
Even though it's like a really popular movie?
Yeah. Yeah. Could kind of be the whole Frozen Norway thing again.
Yeah. See, for me, I love Moana. I think it's a great movie. I struggled with them remodeling the Polynesian from when we were younger in the 90s, where you had the big waterfalls and the parrots, like you had the macaws in the lobby, you had the koi fish.
I don't like the remodel that they did, so unless they're going to somehow make that remodel I don't know. I can't get on board with it right now.
There are two things, and this is going to sound so pathetic, that I'm really worried about with it. One, the fresh air. And I know I'm not the only one who agrees that the Polynesian has this, uniqueness. I actually got to interview someone from D Capella, the Disney Acapella group, and he said the same thing. I didn't even bring it up. He brought it up. So
it's a thing.
It's a thing. You guys know. People have tried to recreate it. You just can't. That, and this is going to sound so dorky, but you guys probably, if you know it, you know it. The stones on the outside, I just love walking on those stones. There's a certain feel to them, and I'm not walking on them barefoot, but it's just, I don't know, that's childhood to me, that's classic Disney to me. It's
the ambiance.
It's the ambiance, that's her favorite word on these videos. Yeah, and for me, that's like the Polynesian, and I'm sure whatever they're planning to do is great, but
it's a lot of change.
Yeah, and we're not the greatest with change down there.
No.
Or in general, but yeah. The Polynesian is like my favorite hotel.
Maybe they'll make it better. Maybe they'll make it better. I don't know. I'm not fully on board yet. Like I said, maybe if I saw Moana, I'd be a little bit more excited about it. I mean, I'm sure it's like the island feel and all that, but I mean, we'll see.
So I don't really mind them doing little touches in the room of Moana. It's not like there's going to be a big Moana topiary when you walk in, like they're replacing all the tikis with her.
Yeah,
but this is what I have a problem with, and I know this is strictly a rumor as of right now, is them doing a Moana overlay for the Enchanted Tiki room in Walt Disney World.
That doesn't even make sense.
I know. Again, this is the rumor right now.
And I don't even like the Tiki room, and that doesn't even make sense to me. All right, I know I'm going to get a lot of heat about that, but see,
this doesn't make sense. I don't like to focus on rumors, but the Princess and the Frog overlay with Splash Mountain, which we don't talk about with her, that was a rumor for a while, and then it became a reality. And that's another movie she has not seen. So I think if you saw it, you would be a little bit better with it. We're just not great with change from stuff that was in our childhood.
I can't even go there. I can't even go there because this will be a rant video, and that's not what this is about. So moving on.
Let's talk about more positive things. The Magic mobile service. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so normally we've been so used to the past couple of years, which I know it took you a while to get on board with, is the Magic Bands. We love the Magic Bands. They're convenient. We used to fight over who's got the room key when we go back to the room after a long day in the parks. They're great. Now they're trying to do something else where, do you have your phone? I have my phone. Where you go on the My Disney Experience app, which we all know can have flaws with it, and now all you need to do is tap it to the entrance to the park or get into your room that way. You could pay through your phone. My phone battery dies very quickly down there. You could still use the Magic Band. It's Magic Band or that. But I know for some people, if you have an Apple Watch, it's good with the Apple Watch. Some people don't like wearing the Magic Band. For me, it's become a part of my Disney ensemble, so I'm cool with it.
So my only comment about this is going to be that how often does it even work to open the door to your room in general? I think we've tried it several times, and it has never worked to open the door. So how are they going to... Now you have to use it to get into the park and everything. It's just another thing that's not going to work and be another IT nightmare.
Okay, so moving on from the rant, I thought that would be... Sorry.
I'm a really positive person, I promise.
Yeah. We're really excited because Flower and Garden got extended, so we'll get to have maybe some frushi in Japan.
Love that.
See some topiaries. It got extended through July 5th, so that's pretty exciting. So it's been a while since you've seen Flower and Garden.
Yeah, it's been a couple years.
Because even when we went in June 2019, I think it was down by then.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. I loved the Flower and Garden. I think they had a lot of cool, unique foods to try.
Frushi. I haven't had frushi in quite a few years, so I'm excited about some frushi. Because last year when I went, it was like the weekend the park was closing down, so frushi was like the last thing on my mind.
Who doesn't love the Lady in the Tramp topiary?
There's so many good... You didn't see the Muppet stuff last year. So yeah, there's some cool new ones, so we're excited to check that out. Blizzard Beach is reopened. A couple of you guys asked if we would go. I always find water parks to be a little germy, so I don't think, especially if you're not wearing your face mask there, I think it's gonna be a while before we go back to the water park. I love Blizzard Beach. It's been years since we went there, and I think it might be a few more.
Yeah, I think so.
Someplace that we are so excited to get to is Disneyland. We were supposed to go last fall. You guys, it's finally reopening April 30th. We can't go for many reasons. One, we're not California residents, and when it first opens, it's just going to be for California residents. I know so many of you guys who watch are California residents, so I hope you get to go. Yes. We want to live vicariously through you. Only one of the resorts is going to open, Disney's Grand Californian, which we love. That's where that's the only one you stayed at.
Yes.
I've stayed at Disneyland Hotel, which, oh my god, the 65th merchandise for that's out right now, killing me. But Disney's Grand California will be the only one that's open. I guess it kind of makes sense, because if you're only open for California residents, are you really staying?
Well, at this point, I think people just want to get away anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of you guys have asked me about the occupancy there. So I think right now we're at 35% at Walt Disney World. It's not. It's California is a little bit more political with how they're doing things. I'm not going to get into all those details, but depending on what tier it's in will depend on the occupancy. So if it's in the red tier, it will be 15%. Orange tier is 25%. Yellow, which I don't know if it will be in the yellow by then, 35%. I'm interested to see how they're going to open it, because it's a lot more condensed and tighter than Walt Disney World. And not everything reopened right away in Walt Disney World. Some things took time, so I'm thinking some things with Disneyland, and they haven't made too many announcements at this time of if anything is going to reopen or not.
I think they've had a year of seeing how Disney World has handled it, so I think they'll have a pretty good idea of what to do. I definitely agree with you. It is so much tighter and more condensed that I don't know how they're going to do it.
The queue lines in Fantasyland is where I'm like, how are you going to queue for Alice in Wonderland?
I don't know how they're going to do it, but they will.
If anyone can do it, it's going to be Disney.
They've had a year of practice.
True. And they're doing a Touch of Disney event right now in California Adventure, so maybe this is helping them a little bit.
I think they're definitely going to have to open at a much lower occupancy and then ramp it up from there. I think just to test it out to see if their procedures are going to work.
True. Now, they did say that a couple of attractions will be opening with enhancements. So, Snow White's Scary Adventure, which we lost in Walt Disney World. We got in Disneyland still, although it was out of order for us who were used to going on the one in Walt Disney World. That got enhancements, which I didn't know about ahead of this time.
I saw an article released the other day about it, and I was like, I didn't even know they were redoing
Snow White's Enchanted Wish now, which as a kid I would have preferred, because Snow White's Scary Adventure terrified me. It looks beautiful. It looks like, okay, it was time for them to update that. Makes me nervous that they're going to update some other classics.
They better not touch Mr. Toad.
No, I don't know anything about that. So. She's very passionate about her Mr. Toad. They are going to be enhancing the Jungle Cruise soon. I don't think they've started on either one of the parks with that. But did you hear about the Haunted Mansion?
No.
No details have been released, but the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland will have new enhancements.
Interesting.
I don't know how that's going to work. I also, speaking of the Haunted Mansion, so in Walt Disney World right now, when you're on the queue, you walk through the stretching portrait room. The one in Disneyland's actually an elevator. So how are they going to do that? Like, you have no choice but to go on that. Like, they're going to have to put a lot less people in.
Isn't the one in Disney World that way, too?
No. It's an actual elevator.
Oh. Never mind. Edit that part out.
But it made you feel like it was.
Yeah.
But the one in Disneyland is actually an elevator.
They'll figure it out.
As she processes how that's all of it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you're gonna add that out, right?
We'll see. They're gonna have a reservation system very similar to the one in Walt Disney World, so every man for themselves when it first happens. There are no annual passes out there. There's legacy pass holders now. Still don't fully understand what that means, but hopefully soon we'll know more. Hopefully if you live in California and you're able to go, you can go. And again, we would love to live vicariously through you.
Let us know in the comments how it is, because I'm really curious as to how they're going to do it and what the feel is. Because I know, like, you can see the pictures and see what it's like, but it's another when you actually go and you experience it firsthand. So if you go, please leave comments down below and let us know.
Now, I'm thinking a lot of the California residents would just go for the day anyway, so it's going to be a little different than if you're spending a whole week out there like we do for Walt Disney World. So I'm just happy that you guys get that back in your routine again, and a little jealous, not gonna lie. Some people have asked how the character interactions were at Walt Disney World. They're not really existent right now. They had the cavalcades, which I thought was really cool, especially in the Florida heat when you don't want to stand for a whole parade. That was awesome. You didn't have to line up ahead of time. They have a lot of socially distanced characters, which we didn't really see. We saw like the Winnie the Pooh characters at Crystal Palace and on top of the train station. They're going to do similar stuff to that in Disneyland. I saw what they did for A Touch of Disney. They had Donald on the balconies of the Grand Californian, like waving to people in the parks.
It's adorable.
They had Goofy and Max like fishing. That is the cutest thing. So I think they're going to have some of that. In Disneyland, how are they going to do that? I don't know.
Like, is there even room to do that?
Yeah, that's why, I don't know. But honestly, before Walt Disney World reopened too, that was my answer. Like, I don't know how that's going to be. So we'll find out soon, I guess. But yeah, let us know in the comments below if you guys are planning on going. I don't think tickets are out yet, but if you have somehow secured your tickets, let us know what you're looking forward to in both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So much more is happening, but this could become a very long video. So let's just get to our Star Wars giveaway.
Just give away some stuff.
Do you have the goodies? Where are the goodies? I do have the goodies.
They're right here. So many goodies.
So we have lots of Star Wars goodies. This mug my sister made. She's got an Etsy shop, Sippin' Time. Get it? Like Sippin' Time. I'll link that stuff down below, including her coupon code. But the winner of all the Star Wars magic, sending you to a galaxy far, far away, is Elizabeth Stoy. Elizabeth, congrats. Thank you so much for watching. As always, head over to Instagram and send me a DM. I want to send this magic. Well, she's going to send the magic. She's like my personal post office person your way. So head over to Instagram and let me know. We currently have that Gus giveaway going on, so all that stuff will be in the description box below. Some other videos you've joined me with, all your Etsy shops information.
Plural.
She's got two. And you have eBay too.
Yes, I do.
Which I've been decluttering a lot this year, I'll be honest. And a lot of the stuff she has been selling on eBay, and a lot of you guys have reached out saying, hey, that wallet you showed, or that shirt you showed, those ears you showed, like, how can I get my hands on it?
Send me a message, let me know you watched, and I'll hook you up.
All right, we're all talked out. It's also like 100 degrees here.
Yeah, it's really warm, but I had to wear this.
I know, they're just so cute. So I'm so glad you love it. I've been busting to show you. Anyway, that video will be down below as well. Lots of stuff for you in the comments below. We're going to shut up now.
I'm Melissa K.
And I'm Christina K.
Have a Disney day.